Red alert! Red alert! Red alert! Calling all ambitious SMEs, sales and marketing professionals. Your undivided attention is urgently required on this newsletter. Alright. Here are things you don't know about secondhand goods that is trending furiously. Truly, if you lack this knowledge, it could harm your professional selling career. Period. Make no mistakes, this concerns a game changer in the future for SMEs retail business. That's his truth. In fact, 5 years ago, pre-loved clothes are already snapped up, thus redefining the shape of its changing industry. The volume of the resale market for clothing, shoes and accessories has in fact nearly tripled in size. This increases is due to its affordability as a primary driving factor for young consumers buying secondhand clothing and accessories. Buyers consist of Gen Z and Millennials population, while first type appears to be the most motivated to buy and the latter love to resell pre-loved items. True. Jokes aside. Without delay, let's cut the chase and dig deeper into the core this bulletin. Shall we? Thanks. Flash news. Secondhand goods are trending. There's no way you can miss the rise of secondhand shopping. Not so popular just 5 years ago, pre-loved clothes are now snapped up like hotcakes, helping to redefine the shape of a changing industry. Synonymous with sustainability, accessibility, and exclusivity, secondhand clothes could even account for more than a quarter of the average secondhand shopper's wardrobe by next year. From new materials and new production methods to new practices, the fashion industry is by all means possible to reinvent itself to try to reduce its significant impact on the planet. Upcycling, making new things out of old, or from waste, seems to be a solution for the future of the sector, but it is still hard to know if it is really taking hold. Unlike the trade in pre-loved clothes, which is clearly doing well and transforming consumers' buying habits all over the world. This is underscored by the latest report from the Boston consulting group BCG and Vestiaire Collective, which reveals the full potential of secondhand market, which is still in its early days. The report, which is based on global surveys of thousands of consumers, shows how the resale market has disrupted the public's buying behavior in just 3 years. Now worth an estimated $100 United States bill, 471 bill to $120 United States bill, 566 bill worldwide, the resale market for clothing, shoes and accessories has nearly tripled in size since 2020, according to figures provided by BCG. This growth is even faster than that predicted by ThredUp in 2021, which predicted that the global secondhand market, then estimated to be worth 36 United States bill, 170 bill, would at least double in the next 5 years, reaching US $77 bill, 363 bill. Take note the driving forces of price and sustainability. These staggering figures have not failed to arouse the curiosity of brands, from ready-to-wear stores to luxury giants, who are now ramping up programs for the resale and purchase of secondhand clothing, accessories, jewelry and shoes. Reflecting the public's enthusiasm for this future solution, BCG and Vestiaire Collective estimate that 25% of the average second-hand consumer's wardrobe is made up of second-hand clothes. There's no doubt about it. Second-hand clothing is appealing to people all over the world, and could even be boosted in the near future by the cost of living crisis. Half of those surveyed for this report identified affordability as the primary driver for buying second-hand clothing and accessories. While this purchasing criterion has been declining since 2020, in favor of eco-responsibility and sustainability, 40%, it could be on the rise again in the face of declining purchasing power in most countries around the world. Indeed, the potential source of income generated by second-hand clothing appears to be the main motivation for resale, accounting for 60% of sales, combined with the need to free up closet space. These criteria suggest that the second-hand market is far from having reached its full potential, especially since it is largely driven by the younger generations. Gen Z appears to be the most motivated to buy 31%, and resell 44% pre-loved items, followed by millennials. The only downside is counterfeiting, which could deter many consumers from buying secondhand. And that's something that needs to be taken seriously if this practice is to truly become part of the future of fashion. Believable. You bet. To conclude this weekly newsletter on the subject of pre-loved garments and accessories' rising demand, below are some matters requiring mentioning again. Believe it or not, the importance of pre-loved items cannot be overstated. simply for the fact it is now a raging and a tremendous trends in consumers' buying habits for clothing and etc. At this juncture, it is the right time and place to recap in a nutshell. Please be reminded that only recently pre-loved garments are snapped up in record numbers, thus redefining the pattern of buying of reconditioned clothing in the retail markets. Also, the volume showed a tripled in size demand in the marketplace for used apparel, footwear and add-ons. Not forgetting sales has increased owing to its affordability. As mentioned, the number one riding factor is that the younger clients mostly shop for second-hand garb and add-ons. Buyers consist of Gen Z and millennials populace. Specifically, first type of consumers revealed they are highly influenced to buy pre-loved item while the latter love to resell them. Are you now more convinced of the popularity of these things? I think you are. Knowing the fact and figures are good, but what's more important is what are you going to do with these useful knowledge? My humble advice for you is take positive steps to increase the size of buying and selling pre-loved goods in whatever way we can. Are you game? I am sure you are. As a bonus for you in reading up to now, here is a quote by Kevin Plank. He is an American billionaire businessman and philanthropist. End of quote. Source: extracted and modified from open printed media. P.S. Although this is a lengthy sales and marketing SMEs newsletter, yet we want to congratulate you for watching and reading this bulletin completely. As a reward for reading this news to the end, you now deserve more weekly free chapters of the book, How to Apply Sales After Sales Tips and Techniques for Greater Selling Success. Plus, we are eager to know which part of this sales and marketing SMEs newsletter you learned most. Your feedbacks would help each other be more proficient and more professional. These sharings will continue in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course in our author, trainer and consultant's email, josephsung@gmail.com. Upon request. Alright, thank you. We hope to meet you again next week. Goodbye and best wishes. From me, yours truly, Madam Sophia, the virtual presenter for CTM Joseph, the 25th of October 2022.